Shawn Wasabi, the musician, producer. I don't know what else you want to add to your resume there, but you have a song on the soundtrack for Forgotten Island, which is a new Dreamworks production animated film coming in September, which draws very heavily from Filipino culture. So, how did you get involved with this film?
Derek, thank you so much for having me. How did I get involved? So Nathan Matthew David, who's the composer of the score on the film, one of my favorite collaborators ever, hit me up, called me, brought me to his house, showed me the scene of Forgotten Island. Well, we talked about like what they wanted and like what told me about the film. First of all, the concept of like how it was about Filipino mythology and culture, and about these two girls, Joe and Liza. And he showed me the scene for what they needed music for, and that was like my first time being welcomed into like this project. And I kind of just like cried upon seeing the scene.
Really?
Yeah, it was like, well, you haven't seen the movie yet,
no,
but you're
not.
in for like a treat. And Joel and Januel, who are the directors and writers of this movie, some of the best people ever. Everyone on this movie is like such like sweetheart, like, and also just like fearlessly creative, and like all their ideas, like they're not afraid to just like throw ideas at the wall and like be like as like unabashedly creative as themselves. But yeah, Nathan brought me in and like we watched that scene. I cried, sat on the floor, opened up my laptop, and just like made for the next 10 minutes before we had to like go, made like a musical idea that eventually like over like the course of the next 6 months we developed and perfected, and like we recorded with BINI, the Filipino, the nation's girl group, and like who are also like the most like sweetest, and like they're so talented, and like I enjoy being in their presence, and like I feel like the aura and like the Filipino Renaissance, and like the it's like shimmering, and like it literally feels like such a like this is gonna be the best time of our life type.
Do you acknowledge yourself as part of the Filipino Renaissance? It's an interesting phrase that you use.
Yeah.
You know?
We're all here. We're all like we're all just like doing our best and like following our creativity, and like I would consider myself, and I would also consider like all the people and like the creatives I work with and all my friends, and like all the people putting out art and like helping each other feel understood and like feel seen and like celebrating. It's all like such a, it's like being at like a Filipino gathering party, and like everyone. Yeah.
And you grew up in Salinas, so
yeah,
you know that's an area I know reasonably well. And you just said, you know, the feeling seen. I mean, how did it feel, you know, growing up, and now you've become this well-known music producer?
Great question. Shout out Salinas, California. Born and raised, spent the first 20 years of my life in that small hometown. Like, fun fact, we grow a lot of the world's lettuce. Yeah, me and my friends, like, we always started bands. Shout out to all the Filipinos that went to high school with me. My friends Ian and Earl, who made music in garage, and like we showed up to like band practice every day, and like went on our computers and like produced, like tinkered around in FL Studio Ableton nonstop as like a fun friends hanging out activity. And Salinas is like I go there to see my friends and family, and it's always it does feel like home. It is home. I grew up there, born and raised, and it's like such a home. I feel like very comforted. The air is like so clean and fresh, and like I'll like walk around the mall for a bit and like go to round one at the Northridge Mall in Salinas, play some rhythm games.
I'd be disappointed if you didn't play the rhythm games, which you must completely kick ass on. You know, do you plan on doing more film work, or actively seeking it out, or are they just, you know, as it comes?
Yes, I want to do more film work. This is such a fun experience. I had like the most fun doing film work, and I'm such a visual person where it's like you get to like watch the scene and like see the storyboard and like see all the process of like the animators putting ideas together and like sketching things out, and like even down to like the impact frames of like you see a character getting punched and it's like, okay, what like fun sound can I put there, and like what sound design.
Yeah.
It's like it's really nice having like it like makes my brain run wild for like a day, and like I get in the zone so much with like watching the same scene 100 times and like trying to like be the characters in the scene and like feel like the setting around me, feel the time period, feel the colors, feel like the effects that are happening on, and like people walking and like all the movements and
yeah, and that's interesting when you said time period. So I mean your song, say
A Parallel World
with
BINI,
which is we should have said that up front what the song was, is great. I've been listening to it and it's very much of the moment. So when you say time periods, would you feel comfortable working in different styles if a film required it?
Yes. Oh, I even did that for this, because it's set in the 90s. A Parallel World in Forgotten Island takes place in like, it's like a love letter to the 90s, as the directors Joel and Janel, amazing people. I think I said that already, but yeah. I wanted the music I made for that like film to be like also diegetic to the era and like the people and like whatever. Like I watched like the Eraserheads documentary on Netflix in like the process of like making this, and like seeing that like there's a lot of like the culture is important obviously, but also just like the situation and like even like the political like sphere and like zeitgeist of like that era and the Philippines. It's kind of like they did what they could with like the equipment they had at their school, and like using like handheld mics and just like recording with like whatever like really like janky gear they had. And I wanted to like kind of encapsulate that when we were in the process for like A Parallel World with BINI. We used like mics and preamps and like converters from like, a lot, this is just standard usually sometimes, like the U87 and like the Neve 1073 and like the like specific things, and like the Sans amp that was like invented in the 90s for bass guitar. And like I would run vocals through like just like I would request like specific gear from the studio. I was like, do you have the Sans amp? Do you have like the Sims like amp head with like the faders? And it was all these like things that would have existed during that time period that like I was like, okay, I'm gonna record BINI through like the U87 going into like the Teletronics LA2A, not to get technical for a second, but it's all diegetic,
Yeah.
And it matches like the setting, and it matches like what would have existed during that time period. And like I would run like BINI Mika's vocal through like the Sims amp head and like pan that to the left and right, and like I would do the same thing with like Stacy's Tagalog verse, second verse. Like I would like run it through like the bass amp head and like pan that to the left and right, and like you'd hear it in the sides, and it gives this like impression that like they're singing into like a handheld mic at like in a garage, and it gives like such a 90s flavor that like I like take pride in that, in a sense that like even people wouldn't like notice that, but I noticed that. And like even like nerd, like the like music nerds from like that who are familiar with equipment from that era would hopefully notice too.
Well, very cool. Well, I wish all the best of luck. Thank you for sitting down and talking with me today. And because I know Comic-Con is big, overwhelming, and busy. So thanks.
Yeah.
Hope you get a chance to enjoy some of the con. So we'll watch out for Forgotten Island. Thank you
so much, Derek.
Another Comic-Con has ended, but there's still plenty of Comic-Con related content coming. For now, the macaws have left the building. If you're enjoying Fanboy Planet, please hit the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you for watching, and remember, use your powers for good.